Oakland A's, the Sacramento Aths, and the Las Vegas Athletics would like you to believe that everything is perfectly fine. Don't worry that we didn't do groundbreaking exactly outside. We did it inside because it's HOTTT in Vegas. We know this. The commissioner, Rob Manfred, was more than happy to get on a plane with his people, land in Vegas, do a quick there and back to participate in the groundbreaking. The groundbreaking is meant to signify the start of construction. I told you it's performative in nature. It's on a timeline only when people in the public and the governor, his schedule, the commissioner's schedule, you find a day. It's like picking a day to go out to dinner with long lost friends who have different schedules and kids of different ages. Difficult to do. But they settled on June 23rd, having nothing to do with the construction timeline. And everyone there acknowledged that there's no problems here. This ballpark will be built in a 31-month span, will be open for 2028 opening day. No problem. The financing of the ballpark, no problem. In writing, no problem. Not yet. We're getting there. Relocation agreement, done. Go read it. Development agreement, done. Go read it. You need the construction agreements. Yes, you do. You also need the design documents. Then you need the construction documents. Because before you get any of that, there's a small problem with the plan in Vegas. No one knows what the hell the ballpark's going to cost. And the more they spoke at that groundbreaking, the more I believed that they are so uber focused on a day that they're not realizing the deleterious impact it has on your budget. There's a reason the budget is up $250 million since it was first announced, and it's not just tariffs. There's a reason why they can't tell you what the final budget will be, because they haven't decided what the final budget will be. Generally, you take all the money you have, and that becomes your final budget. If you have the ability to have $515 million, then that's how much the ballpark costs. We designed a ballpark in Miami. We then had that ballpark priced from soup to nuts. And then we had a price. And then we said that price is too much. Let's adjust X, Y, Z, or A. And then we'll lock that in. And we didn't lock it in contractually. We locked it in with me and Claude Delorme and Michel Boussier and other superstars who were there every day making sure that we were not over budget, making sure that the subs and the workers were doing their jobs, overseeing the project in a way that would give me night sweats to this day about all the risks inherent in a construction job this big, and knowing that we had zero latitude to have overages. Zero. John Fisher right now is looking for the money to figure out the ballpark at its current state. If there is leakage in price of any kind, it's not going to come from the public. Nevada's given $380 million maximum, done. I would not personally, and maybe this is what made me unpopular in the public or popular, it doesn't matter to me. If you're giving $380 million of public money that's not really coming out of firefighters or teachers, when you look at the specifics of the stream of revenue, where it's coming from, how they're bonding that stream of revenue to get money up front to put into the ballpark project, and you're doing such a small percentage, do you get equal time? Think about a major league team or any team that you know of where there are majority investors. They're the face of the investment. And then you've got a bunch of limited partners. Those limited partners are forced to buy season tickets. Those limited partners don't get field access. They don't get clubhouse access. Those limited partners basically are so limited, they are subject only to CPT, coffee party talking, where you get to say you're a limited partner. The public in this case is a very limited partner. If the team is on the hook for the balance above $380 million, I remember that we had to stand side by side, Coca, with those county commissioners and city commissioners and the mayor. There were like 12 of us. I don't have a picture here, Coca, I don't think, but there's pictures all over of Marlon's groundbreaking. All the people that we were with because they all had stakes in the deal because they were giving more public money. The A's brought a bunch of people, bunch of political people as a thank you for their 380. My view is they could have been thanked by letter with some sort of outfield wall sign in the bottom of the third inning for 40 times a year. Some sort of deal they could have done, but groundbreaking is your moment. And John Fisher shared the moment with people. What did he say? First, Rob gets up there and says, I'll be back in Vegas. I'm going to be back here. But I'll tell you one thing for certain. This is Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball. I will be here opening day 2028 to celebrate with John Fisher, his entire team, and I hope the entire state of Nevada. A couple problems with that quote. One, if the entire state of Nevada comes to the game, they're going to run out of seats. It's a very small venue, but we'll get past that. The reason why you can't tell anyone for certain that the ballpark will open in 2028 is you have no idea whether the timeline can be met. You have no idea when the financing will be in place for construction to start. And on top of that, you have no idea if there's a willingness by the team to have overruns in order to make that opening day in 2028. When they have to do an extra shift, spend extra money on labor in order to condense the regular timing of construction. As it is, when they give you their milestones, which was a funny document that someone sent me on X at David P. Samson, stadium documents, construction documents, design development documents, it's so thick. We're talking like really thick, really long, so thick and long that you look at it and say, I don't think I can manage this. And then you do, one day at a time. But there is no way that I would have told you in July of 2009 that we were going to open in March of 2012. We were scheduled. We was aspirational. But so much can happen during the course of construction. You could have a construction accident, God forbid. You can have a weather issue that slows down the timing. And if you get the timing wrong, then you're really screwed because then you've got subs who are coming in to do stuff after a wall's painted, and then it's got to be repainted because the subs screwed around by putting an outlet in or a drawer or a shelf. It's like a ballet. It's a beautiful ballet building a ballpark where you are conducting the orchestra, watching people dance in a way that just feels good. Now, they've got tights on, I grant you, but they're getting a job done. Certain. The people that the A's hired, he had a great quote. Remember the president for Allegiant for the Raiders? He's now the president for the A's, and so he built a ballpark in Vegas already, stadium. Now he's going to build this ballpark. I wanted to just say this quote that he said because it made me smile. And I know people. I've known John Fisher forever, for decades. I know people who have worked for John Fisher, and it's all good. But it's just funny. It's going to be a great moment for the Fisher family, said Mark, the new president of the A's. They have taken a lot of unfair abuse. And when you get to know John and the rest of the family, they're just generous, caring, wonderful, authentic people. And similar to the Raiders, they're not in it for the money. I think people make that mistake. They're doing this for the right reasons. Yikes. Isn't doing it for the money the right reason?